Assalamu alaikum and Ramadan Kareem to each and every one of you, my Muslim brothers and sisters. Welcome to the WellnessKE channel. My name is Fatma, and here on the WellnessKE channel, we like to offer women great information and solutions. That way they can be able to improve their reproductive health naturally. Today, we're going to be talking about 3 effective tips to help you maximize the health benefits of your Ramadan fast. That way, you can be able to heal your body from fibroids, PCOS, cysts, endometriosis, and also infertility. So are you ready? Let's get started. So before we go too far, I want to remind you to hit that like button and subscribe button. That way, you'll know every single time we post a new video. So we want to get into how we can be able to maximize the health benefits of a Ramadan fast. And before I share these 3 effective tips, I want to give you a little bit of information regarding a Ramadan fast. That way you understand what goes on in your body and how this is maximum, or rather how this is beneficial for your health. So Muslims across the globe normally fast during the month of Ramadan, and it's known as a dry fast. So a dry fast basically means that you're not going to eat any food or you're not going to drink any water. So you start your fast at about 5 or 5:15 a.m. in the morning, meaning you get to eat what's known as suhoor. And then you spend about 12 to 16 hours in a dry fast, meaning you're not going to eat anything or drink any fluids until about 6:30, 6:40 p.m. So depending on where you are in your time zone and so forth. So the thing is that a dry fast is highly beneficial to your health. I know you have been online and you've learned so much about fasting, especially intermittent fasting, but this is completely different. It is a completely different ballgame because when you go through a dry fast, you actually get to go through maximum benefits of a fast. To make it even easier for you, let's use a very simple analogy. Let's say you have been using your phone, you use it to make calls, you run your business using your phone and do so much with it. And sometimes your phone might start getting a little bit slow and doing things, some weird things. And for that reason, you decide to do what? You decide to actually switch the phone off and to restart the phone. That way, when you restart it, you know it actually has, it can be able to serve you better. So the phone is much faster and it works much better to serve you. So this is exactly what happens when you go through a dry fast. I'm sure you've heard of the word autophagy. Autophagy is basically what happens when you go through any kind of fast. Your body starts to eat up all the bacteria, virus, microbes, and all the cells that are inflamed that could cause diseases. So your body actually is starved of food, and in a dry fast, it is starved of food and fluids such that it starts to eat up all the junk, so to speak, all the cells that you don't need in your body that are causing you to have any kind of illness. Now, the thing is, with intermittent fasting, yes, you do get to go through autophagy and it's highly beneficial for you. But during the Ramadan dry fast, you go through a type of autophagy that is even more powerful. It is known as hypertonic autophagy. Now, hypertonic autophagy just simply means that your cells in your body get to go through a thorough and complete restructuring and rebuilding. That means that if you looked at a building that maybe did not have a strong foundation and they get to get rid of everything all the way down to the ground flat and then start building and restructuring from the ground up. So when you go through a dry fast during the month of Ramadan, basically this is what happens to your cells. And we are talking with regards to, us women who have been struggling with fibroids, or if you have cysts, you have endometriosis, you have infertility issues, menstrual struggles, hormonal imbalance, obesity. You actually have cells in your body that are inflamed, they are inflammatory cells, and that are going through, they are pathogenic, meaning they can lead to even more diseases. So a dry fast during Ramadan can help you in completely restructuring. You go through a process where these cells will actually be eaten up and you will get rid of all of them and start rebuilding a newer, healthier body. So this is actually the best time for you to have the best health. But why is it that during Ramadan, you find most people, this is when they get to gain more weight and they actually get to ruin, so to speak, their health even more, especially after going through a dry fast? Well, it all boils down to what they eat when it's time to break the fast. But I want to get into the 3 effective tips right now, because in the next video, we're going to be talking about exactly what you should be eating when you're breaking your fast and you're about to start your fast during suhoor. So make sure you look out for that. So what are these effective tips? Number 1, you have to make sure that when it is time for iftar, which is the meal you eat when you're breaking your fast, you have it as soon as it is permissible. Why? This is all because of a hormone known as insulin. Basically, insulin is a hormone that is causing most of the illnesses and conditions that all of us women have struggled with. So insulin is a hormone that is anabolic. It means that it keeps building and building and building. Now, insulin will build cells in your body and increase them even if they are cells that are sick, inflamed, or unhealthy. So if you have fibroids, cysts, endometriosis, infertility issues, all these cells that are inflamed or that are sick will also keep increasing because of the hormone insulin when it is in excess. Fasting is going to help you in regulating your insulin levels. You actually become more insulin sensitive, which is healthy for you. But when it's time for you to break your fast, you need to break your fast as early as it is permissible. So if you're supposed to break your fast at 6:30 p.m., then you're going to take your dates and some water, pray Maghrib prayer, and then make sure that you eat at that time. Do not delay it, because this is the time where insulin has taken a dip. It is much lower in your body, and this is perfect for you to make sure that you don't get to spike it when you are eating your iftar. Second tip, make sure that you delay your suhoor as much as possible. Suhoor is the meal that we have before we begin our fast. So if your suhoor is meant to be at 5:15 or 5:05, for instance, then delay it. Make sure that you eat it at that particular time. This is because insulin goes through a certain cycle or rhythm. Early morning, this is when insulin starts to gradually rise. So just understand that insulin is not, it is a hormone that it will actually not be healthy for you to eat food when it is dark outside. Meaning if it's at night or if it's late at night, late in the evening, this is when insulin is more likely to spike. So if you can delay your suhoor, meaning you can actually have it at about 5 in the morning, that's better for you. And I know there are some of my sisters out there who want to just have their suhoor at 3 a.m. or 1 a.m. after they're done with tahajjud, or maybe when they're praying tahajjud, then they sleep and wake up much later. This is one of the reasons why you are ruining your health during the month of Ramadan. So understand that insulin will work better for you if you delay your suhoor as much as it is permissible. The third effective tip that's going to help you in making sure that you maximize the health benefits of your Ramadan fast is stress management and your sleep cycle. Sleep and stress are very, very key when it comes to managing your reproductive health and your health in general. This is because there are hormones that are released when you sleep well, and there are certain hormones that are impacted when you don't get enough hours of sleep. Now, I know that this is a time where you actually want to strengthen your iman and to be really steadfast in your ibadah, praying, tahajjud, and also reading the Quran. But I want to remind you, when you have the time period for you to take some rest and to sleep, please make sure that you do so. Even if it's during the day, even if it's during the night, make sure that you count in enough hours in order for you to sleep well. This is because sleep is very beneficial in balancing hormones. And also, when you do not get enough hours of sleep, this is actually going to trigger the hunger hormone known as ghrelin. And this is why you'll find yourself eating even after Taraweeh once you're back from the mosque, and you find yourself wanting to eat way more food. Just keep in mind, the Ramadan dry fast is actually way more beneficial than an intermittent fast. To be more specific, your Ramadan dry fast, about 12 to 16 hours of a Ramadan dry fast, is actually as effective as 48 hours of an intermittent fast. So that means that this gives you maximum benefits, even if it's for one single day. So because we're doing this for a good 30 days, you're actually going to reap the best benefits and build the healthiest cells to be able to improve your fertility and your uterine health. So this brings me to the end of the very first part of our 4-part series. We want to give you all the information and tips to help you maximize the health benefits of your Ramadan fast. Are you a woman who's trying to improve your health and you also want to boost your fertility, heal fibroids, cysts, or even endometriosis? If you are, please make sure you look out for our 30-day Ramadan plan. This is a nutrition plan that's going to help you in eating healthy during the holy month of Ramadan. You'll get to know exactly when you're supposed to eat, what you're supposed to eat, and how, in what order you're supposed to eat it to maximize the benefits of your Ramadan fast. So if you found this video helpful, please make sure you let us know in the comment section below. I want to remind you to hit that like button and subscribe button because we'll be bringing you the second part of this video. That way you get to know exactly what to eat when breaking your Ramadan fast. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Fatma. I'll see you in the next one.